Welcome back to my channel if you've visited before. If not, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing the Robocop vs Terminator Endocop and Terminator Dog. To start with, the Robocop is just under 2 Funko Pops high, which makes him roughly 7 inches, and the Terminator Dog at the top of his head is 4 inches tall. Now let's talk about paint apps on Endocop and the Terminator Dog. The Endocop's main armour is in Robocop 3 colours, which is bright silver and bright blue. The bright blue is on the sides of the leg, the sides of the head, and also on the back of the model. They're not too excessive and add flavour to it. The visor is in red, highlighted up to pink, which I think looks great. The endoskeleton parts are in gunmetal, dry brushed, and they look awesome. The central torso is in plain black unpainted, along with the gun. Now let's talk about the Terminator Dog. The Terminator Dog is dry brushed all over in gunmetal and silver. It's pretty much uniform all the way round and looks fantastic. The eyes are red with a little bit of highlighting, adding to an overall menacing feel. The paint apps are great, tidy, and as with Neca as usual, done very well. Onwards to articulation. Let's begin with the Terminator Dog. Starting at the head, it's on a ball joint with a full range of movement. The mouth is on a hinge which opens really wide and looks really aggressive. The top of the legs are on a ball joint which gives full range of movement. The middle of the legs are on a hinge that only moves forward, representing how a real dog's leg would work. The paws don't really move, but it don't need to because the legs do the movement for them. The middle of the body is on a ball joint, quite limited movement, but you can get some angles there, get some realistic poses. The back end is also on a ball joint, but gives a really cool movement on the piston, goes in and out, looks really great. The back of the legs are on a ball joint again, full range of movement, so you can make it look like a real dog. The knee is on a hinge. As you can see, moves backwards and forwards. The middle of the back leg, also on a hinge, which moves forward and back, looks really cool. The paw again does nothing, but it doesn't need to, the legs do it all for it. Okay, now we can get in some really cool poses here. There you go, being a bit cheeky. Also, you can get it looking quite aggressive in an aggressive stance. Ready to attack. Pretty cool. Now we come to Endocop, one of my favourite characters from the Neca line. At the head, it's on a ball joint, which has slight movement side to side, but full rotation round exorcist style. At the top of the arms, it's on a hinge and swivel, which allows movement right out and right the way round. The middle of the arm is on a hinge, which moves right the way forward and slightly back, although you wouldn't want to do that. The wrist is on a swivel, and the gun is held really well in the hand. You can literally, the finger goes through the guard and it just looks great. You can even have it gangster style if you want. Pretty cool. You get to the middle of the body and it's on a ball joint. Now the movement's really good, although it is slightly hindered due to the sculpt. The waist is on a swivel. You can move it right the way round but please note, out of the box it's very stiff and will need a bit of finagling to get it to move. The top of the legs are on a ball joint. They can move right the way round. He can literally kick himself in the back of the head. Well, nearly. And side to side it's slightly hindered by the sculpt. The knee is on a soft ratchet. It can move backwards but not forward due to the sculpt. The foot is on a hinge. It moves backwards and forwards, and it's got that thing I love with this line where the piston goes up and down. It's brilliant. I just love that. On the side of the legs there's rocket launchers. Now, I didn't understand why this was until I read the graphic novel, and this is where this guy's from. He is not from the Robocop versus Terminator game. As you can see, you can get some great poses from this guy, and with the dog, he looks awesome. Thanks guys. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. I really hope to see you again. Thanks very much if you watched before, and I'll catch you next time.